Alright guys, and welcome to Brazil. Yes, we are back with the Motorsport Manager. We've got a brand new schedule for the channel starting today, and that will be going on through the Christmas period, through December, hopefully into the new year. And we start with this race in Brazil. We've gone through and we've managed to put our setups all together. Hasn't quite gone as well as maybe we were hoping. But all in all, we're going to see what they can do. Let's get into qualifying. Let's hope we can perform to the standard that we know this car can. So we're going to send Ilott out first. And hopefully Callum can deliver a decent lap for us. And we could really then start to push. So I'm just going to try and get him in the best possible position. Ready for his lap, and in his lap, if he could just absolutely wallop this car around the track and put him as high up the grid as possible, that would be grand. There has been a new vote. Next season there will be shorter qualifying, so you should only really get one lap per car, possibly two for one of them if you're lucky, but we'll see what happens. And we'll now get Russell out there. I do believe we've got a car. We've got a brand new engine still being made, ready to come in as and when. When that engine is in the van, I'm sure we will then be really consolidating our place as the number 3 car, possibly even the number 2 car ahead of the Red Bull. And there we go. We've got that all on perfect. And what can we deliver? Ilott was over a second slower. That's not what I want to see. Russell is, wow, he's close after sector 1. He's only 500th down. Come on, Russell, keep this going. Keep this going. He's 3/10 down after sector 2. And now as he comes round, crosses the line, he's only 3/10 down overall. He puts himself in 4th. That was quick. That was exceedingly quick. And now we've got to wait for the right time to send them out. Make sure there's no rain coming. There is no rain coming. And then we can send Ilott out to hopefully put in a better lap, because 16th is poor. 16th is very poor from Ilott. I expect more from him. And we're now going to send him out for his lap. Come on, Callum. You're better than this. You are definitely better than this, mate. 110% better than this. As we now just push to get his car in the right state of mind for a decent lap time. And around he will now go, and we will now make sure Russell gets his extra lap in. Try and consolidate that 4th place, maybe even go a little quicker, who knows, but right now he is comfortably in 4th. There is a massive gap. Oh wow, now I realise what I've done. We're on ×4. That does not help me, as I'll try and keep this in the green. Managed to do it. So Ilott's gone into 5th. Ilott's gone into 5th with a really good lap time. Now what can Russell produce? Can he go quicker? No! Oh, that's painful right there. That's really painful. So he's not green. Oh, he's well off. He's well off. George Russell not putting it together, and a few other cars. Oh, the McLaren's really quick. And they will qualify themselves in 2nd and 3rd. Really good qualifying for them. Russell now down in 6th. Ilott is in 8th. And it's going to be down to us to make sure we can give a decent start to this race. A decent start for both cars. Hopefully to gain a few places and push ourselves back up near the front of the grid, because that is really disappointing. It's not. 6th is actually decent, but by disappointing I mean is where we looked so clear in 4th, but the 2 McLarens found something in the second half of that qualifying session from somewhere. Right, so We need to check out what strategy is best. At the moment, it looks like there is no rain in Brazil. There are 28 laps. And why am I clicking on that again? We need to work out how long these tyres will last. So this will last 10 to 12 laps. 14 to 16. 19 to 21. Now to me, that immediately just says ultra soft to soft to the end. And that is what we're going to do. That is exactly what we're going to do. In fact, do we go a little different maybe with... We stick to what we know with George, and I'm thinking maybe with Callum going soft to ultra soft might actually be the better choice here. That's what we're going to do. So he can go on and have that and that. And he could have ultra soft and race trim. And we are ready. We're very ready. And the grid for this Brazilian Grand Prix is Lewis Hamilton on pole, Daniel Ricciardo in second, Lando Norris running off a brilliant qualifying, McLaren in third, Max Verstappen is fourth, Valtteri Bottas starts fifth, George Russell, the first of the Williams, in 6th. Sergio Perez is 7th and Callum Ilott is 8th. Charles Leclerc will start 9th alongside Nico Hulkenberg in 10th. Pierre Gasly is 11th and Scott McLaughlin is 12th. On the 7th row we have Sebastian Vettel in 13th and Yuki Tsunoda in 14th. Kimi Raikkonen starts 15th alongside Fernando Alonso in 16th. In 17th is Esteban Ocon and Guan Yu Zhou is 18th, and on back row we've got Giovinazzi in 19th and Drugovich starting in last place. Need a good start. We need another good start as always here. Can Russell and Ilott do it? We can't actually see them at the moment, and it doesn't look like a good start from Russell, but from Ilott it's really good. He's taken the Red Bull, and the Red Bull of Max has also had a slow start, it seems. Bottas leapfrogging him, and now we might see Ilott drop back on those slower tyres, although Leclerc has flown, and now we're looking to get past Bottas, but we can't. Oh, no, it's not Bottas, that's Hamilton. Hamilton's had a horrendous start to this Grand Prix. And as we look now to try and make places, and Russell has lost a place in the end, and Ilott is falling back, but Russell flies down the inside, and he's into 5th place now. And as we come round, we will use our ERS to make things happen. Russell is up into 3rd place, and now he's on the back of Lewis Hamilton. Can he make something happen against Hamilton? No, he can't. Hamilton is really quick, and I would expect Hamilton to take Daniel Ricciardo soon. Bottas is now attacking Russell. And we're just going to pause it for a second just to see exactly where we are. So Ilott is in 11th place. He'll be quicker at the back end of the Grand Prix, though. We're not going to worry too much about that right now. And Russell is in 3rd place. But it's so tight between so many cars in these early goings. It's hard to see exactly what's going to happen. We're going for the one stop. It should be doable. But Bottas is right behind George, and Callum Ilott is just dropping backwards. He's now leading all the soft runners, as you'd expect him to. The front runners leading the way. Ricciardo and Hamilton are going, and now those two behind Russell start to battle, and that does benefit us greatly. Although Verstappen has broke free, and he will now look to close up to Russell as much as he can, and Russell will just try to stay ahead. This Williams car, not the quickest, but we can do stuff with it. We can definitely do stuff with it. Ilott still in 13th place, but he has got Kimi Raikkonen right on his tail at the moment. And George Russell has managed to pull away a little bit from Max Verstappen. I wonder how that's happened. Is the Red Bull struggling a little bit, maybe? Who knows? He's actually been saving his tyres as Max. He's definitely been saving his tyres a bit more than our George has. However, as we come through, George sits there still, going well at the moment. Callum Ilott in 13th place still. He's losing the likes of Yuki Tsunoda. Be interested to see if everyone else is going for a one-stop or not, because that's where we could possibly gain a hell of a lot of time. the fact that we are doing the one stop. We're only 4.6 seconds off the lead. And right now, Daniel Ricciardo isn't really setting fantastic times to get away from us. Hamilton is sticking with him, but he can't actually get past him. Verstappen is also sticking with George, which makes me less happy. I'm not happy about that at all. And in the end, it is Eilert pulling away from Kimi Räikkönen. He's got to try and set as good lap times to stay as close to Yuki Tsunoda and the rest of them as he can, so he can aim for some points. George Russell still going strong at the moment in third place. We've got to look to pit him relatively soon. And Max Verstappen's got around the inside, but then Russell dives down the inside. Will Max get past? No, he won't. No, he won't. You shall not pass, says George, but Hamilton's got past Ricciardo. And after this lap, I think we will be pitting George Russell. We're going to pit George Russell. We're going to bring him in onto them soft tyres because he should be able to get to the end on them now. So that will be him then done. And it's all about Callum Eilert. What can he do? And right now we need to give ourselves a much of a buffer over Red Bull because they are so inside. But actually Max Verstappen's dove down the inside of George. And Bottas is going to look to do the same. They've kept Hamilton out. Have they? No, they're double stacking. Mercedes are double stacking. That is insane from them. And has it? No. Bottas is behind us, but everyone else is ahead of us. Although Bottas has gone for ultra softs again. So is Verstappen and so is Hamilton. This is insane. This is actually insane. And Russell's going to get back past Bottas using that ERS. And Russell is behind Lando Norris, but he's going to get back past him using ERS. So Russell back where he needs to be. Callum Eilert is actually currently running in second place. Obviously to pit, but still fantastic. Scott McLaughlin leads the race as things stand. Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen are third and fourth, and Hamilton, the first of the front runners, is in sixth place. It'll be interesting now to see what happens regarding George and the likes of Ricciardo. He's surely going to have to pit again. I can't see a world where he's not going to have to pit again. And Eilert's tyres have not lasted. So Eilert we may have to change strategy with, which is a little worrying. So Eilert may not be in for points here at all. I think we're going to have to change strategy. He's just not very good at preserving those tyres. Whereas we're going to put Russell on to conserve now, just to make sure that he does start to conserve those tyres a little bit. And Eilert is definitely going to have to utilise the tyres as long as he can. He's out leading the race now, but he has got Vettel right behind him, and he's got Hamilton right behind him. He will be pitting soon because it's got to be this lap that his tyres are just dying. And we're going to look for a miracle on these super softs to get him to the end. We're going to look for a miracle on the super softs to get him to the end. And then, yeah, utilise some ERS just to get around this bit now. And in he comes. And now George Russell, once again, will become the main driver for us. If McLaughlin's actually in front of him. McLaughlin is in front of George Russell in 9th place. So George Russell's chances of winning this Grand Prix have just gone down the pan, quite frankly. He won't be winning the Grand Prix. That is a fact. He will try to compete as much as he can, but he definitely isn't going to be winning the Grand Prix. And Scott McLaughlin will probably run away a little bit now, but you will see Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Ricciardo, Zhou will also have to pit again. Everyone in front actually is going to have to pit, and it will mean Scott McLaughlin and George Russell will lead the Grand Prix. Leclerc will have to pit again as well. And right now, let's go. With Callum Eilert, he's got to try and pull off a miracle. So a few more cars, pit. And it does mean that Russell goes up to 6th place now. There's points in this race for us with Russell, should we want them. There's 11 laps left. We are actually sticking with McLaughlin here quite well. We're sticking with him relatively well. And Callum Eilert. Now Vettel's going to have to pit again, Well, no, was Vettel on super soft or was he on soft? I think he was on soft. Forgive me, I think I've misled that information there. Scott McLaughlin is winning this Grand Prix. For George Russell, there is every chance. We just need to be in a position where later on we've got the tyres to attack. And right now, we could be putting ourselves in that sort of position. Although McLaughlin is pulling away a little bit. Although his tyres are lasting a lot better than ours. He did pit later, obviously, we know that. And right now, Russell is ahead. Where's Hamilton? He's behind. Hamilton's actually behind Ilott as things stand. Ilott moves up into 11th place. And now Leclerc is trying to compete with Russell. But he's going to pit this lap. So is there any point? That's now the question. And Scott McLaughlin is not going quickly. He's not getting, and Ricciardo's probably about to pit again, you know. And Callum Ilott has been taken by Hamilton. And in the end, Ilott is now up to 8th place. George Russell is 1.7 seconds off the pace of Scott McLaughlin, who is leading this Grand Prix now. And we're trying to stick with him. We're going to actually put him into neutral now. That's what we're doing. We'll put him into neutral. And if Ilott, I don't think he's got much chance. Maybe Norris pitting, so he might get 7th. And with Russell, it's going to have to be an on-track overtake of Scott McLaughlin. If anything's going to happen here, it will have to be an on-track overtake. There's no way Russell's going to get past McLaughlin without it being on track. Russell is definitely going to be pitted again. There's no way he gets the end on that set of tyres. It's impossible. It is impossible. I think McLaughlin, he's pulling away now as McLaughlin. Norris is now pitting, which does mean Ilott will go into 7th place. And Russell, it's a shame. It's not going to happen, and for that reason we're going to go on to conserve, because we know we're not going to be able to catch McLaughlin. It's just not happening for us out there, and we're just going to try and make sure we get these tyres home now. Vettel is just ahead of Ilott now. And Ilott is catching him, hopefully to the point where Ilott might actually be able to get past. And now I say all that, and all of a sudden we are gaining on McLaughlin. How are we all of a sudden gaining on him again? We were 2 seconds behind, we are now 1.5 seconds behind. Scott McLaughlin and George Russell are battling for the victory here in Brazil. I think McLaughlin's got it in hand. I cannot see a world where he doesn't. I think Alonso may possibly pit before the end, which would give us more points. If he doesn't, I think his tyres are at a point where they are just going, and we may be able to, Ilott may be able to pass him on track, because his tyres are absolutely shot. Vettel's doing everything he can with his tyres, and yeah, Alonso's just really struggling out there now. And the gap's back to 2.3 seconds, so for Russell, it's just bringing the car home now. And for Callum Ilott, if he can get past him, which I'm hoping he will be able to, he can get, just get past Alonso. And that'll be some extra points in the bag for Callum Ilott. He's actually struggling to get past. He's past the Spaniard on faster, fresher tyres as well. Can he do it? It's just a move that needs to be made from Callum Ilott. George Russell is doing okay. And he's right behind him, but he cannot get past him. We're going to watch that because it should be right. There we go. Ilott is past him. He's past Alonso. He's now behind Vettel. Can he? Ilott's... No, he can't. Vettel's defended. And Vettel just about on the home straight. Uses ERS to get 5th place. Ilott had the move done until the ERS was switched on. In the end, Russell gets 2nd place, but Scott McLaughlin bringing the victory for Ferrari. Really good drive from him. Decent drive from George. Maybe had we gone super soft to soft, maybe it would have worked out better for us. Unfortunately, we tried to go use the ultra soft, and I'm thinking maybe we probably shouldn't have, because we had to be a bit slower on the soft tyre than McLaughlin did. All in all, the 2-stop strategy was the wrong call from everybody else. Bottas, where was he in the end? Bottas was all the way down here. Ooh, that was a bad race for him. Sergio Perez all the way down in 18th. Shocking race for him. But all in all, a 2nd and a 6th place finish. We will take that to the bank. Absolutely take it to the bank. Fantastic drive now. I mean, I'd love to see Scott McLaughlin have a DQ or something, or a penalty. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. 2nd place finish for us. 6th place for Callum Ilott. Very good drive from him. George Russell, yet another podium. He gains a little bit on Max again, but he's very comfortable in his 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. And we're very comfortable in our 3rd place in the Constructors. Absolutely fantastic from us. And next up, it will be Australia, where I just saw it's meant to be raining. I cannot wait for that. If you've enjoyed this video, if you're looking forward to seeing more of this series with this new schedule that I've come up with, please drop the video a like. And you know what? We're on the rundown to 100 subscribers, or at least we are at the time of recording. So if you aren't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out massively. I'm looking forward to this now. Australia, we're at the back end of the season. It looks like Russell's going to get 3rd. It looks like we're going to get 3rd. Who knows? There could be another race victory coming if there is rain in Australia. I'll see you there.